Hi, welcome to the program. My name is Dr. Mankota. You are watching the TPN TV and Radio Network. Today, we can discuss about the convention, the Delegate Convention will take place in Salon. And first of all, I just want to apologize to all we viewers because I come very, very, very late because I've been getting some technical problems that make. But I get a lineup 3 guests them today where they can talk to me about so many things. What happened? I get 2 guests then as alone way witness what happened since yesterday and today. We they can discuss about that and waiting at the way forward for tomorrow. I get on the line with me Abubakar Kamara, who they call Koma APC. And we also get Sam King. We all know them people and people their way very, very prevalent in social media. And I get also on the line with me retired Colonel Idrissa Kamara, we will also know very, very influential somebody in the politics of Sierra Leone. Mr. Retired Colonel Idris Nabi once an APC, would I say once an APC, always an APC. So it be join the C4C, and based on waiting we get upon this delegate, hopefully and likely it will come back now in home. So now that one day with the program for make something not happen, we go destabilize the entire things them. All right, so gentlemen, thank you very much for coming to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, let me start.
Thank you, Dr. Mankota. I feel honored.
All right, thank you. And Sam King, this is not the first time, so welcome. I appreciate for accept the invitation. Kuruma APC been on come before, so I very much appreciate that. Now let me start with Kuruma APC. I want to make you give me a synopsis of what you don't see so far. Then we go to Sam King.
Thank you very much for giving me the platform. We give that the second chance that to talk my program. I sure appreciate on that. We take on the APC Emergency National Delegate Conference. Yesterday start, it will end. But I talk to you right now to get a new page to page on the new constitution for adoption. So mind you, yesterday, the emergency conference starts from McKinney, where chaired by the this convention will also the chairman and leader come up with a and very clear yesterday. So this is a court order, and the court order we promote we hold this convention. It say a court decide what they happen now. Go to the party. And then it's so clear for the English chair this meeting. So not one chair this meeting because now call the issue of the cow. But where the 21-man committee say no, but I will chair this meeting. All I can say, yes, I am the chairman of this party. I will chair this meeting. It means for the that issue law for the party, I make it chair the meeting. Then he goes out and says and play. He said that the girl right him and Deputy Mikalu or Mangari. They get right for votes, but this convention he need votes. Indeed, they go into court, and they go strictly to the court order. They bypass the court order because if you do that Monday, he could get arrested. He called all the other groups them for maybe they make statement. He called it NRM, Mikalu Koma, make statement. He called the representative who represent the company now Alfred B. Conte. And make a statement. Then they call it Big Six. The Big Six, there is no way for make statement. They don't make no statement. And maybe for no gap to make statement. So after the chairman and leader, he addressed first the party as the chairman of that meeting. Then in the end of the conclusion of the program yesterday, the opening ceremony, he addressed the party as the chairman of the APC party. They call it chairman, it's talking very clear for saying they will go against the court order, and they do anything within the court order say. They say any possibility now the conference will go against the court order. They come there right for arrest. So we tell the delegates and they play. Then the after most of the party, the choir so trust me, this until we step on the program at the talker. I say the politicians at the APC, they don't genuine to we, not genuine to the APC party. Now, what in the step are they selfish interest, they go overnight, they go to Mr. A, go tell Mr. A, no say Mr. A, they support you, Mr. A, I need to talk about you. This thing that they go around at the APC politics. Now, this is the thing. I said, we want to see a politician, a genuine right now for saying, they want for this party move. I said, kind of, now they stop the game effect because people and they will want to for and police are for the credit party for the party go on. I said, I don't care people are going to go after. When the chairman and leader of this party for the party for unite, they go and mix up the party. So after the chairman and leader, they make it clear. He call the people there. He call the flag bearer. If you don't want the flag bearer, say come. He say, he call Dr. Samuel, I call the hall. He say, include the hall. I went to Asman and I love at the hall. He's the greatest process of makers that people don't show. What the chairman and leader call Alliance Asman and name. He say, Alliance Asman and not at this party. He say, he just one big flag bearer. He say, they can't talk about Asman. He said, they can be, he said, one flag bearer. He said, any representative of the INC and say, the 90% cap. About 4 people there. Then go and start. It's good. He said, when I see them people always have to say, these are the problems. These are the problems of this party. So because now they one flag bearer, he says some of them. Then they go overnight. They call it the Big Six. They call it Dr. Samura. He said, they go overnight. And they go talk, not necessary to the confidence, well and confidence. And politics also show. In politics, we need a healthy competition. I am the chairman that try to tell him. A healthy competition, when you say you're popular, go back the balance for all football. Not only time around, people they go overnight to say, no, that man make a block, make all kind of the party. But mind you, the chairman and leader, for President Kumar, now make a record at the world. Now Zambia they don't go to the election completely.
All right. Now,
more political party issue.
All right. Hold on right there. Let me come to Sam King. Sam King, welcome to the program again. So tell me exactly what your observation so far, because I know see you as somebody we also involved in so many things, the dynamics of APC. Based on what you don't see so far yesterday and today, what are your dynamics? What are your opinion?
Once again, good evening to people in the world, both home and the diaspora. Nina Tombo Sam King, the CEO and founder of the Sons and Daughters of PCP from the Northern region. I want to thank you for where you give me this platform for talk to the people in the world with regards to the Emergency National Delegate Conference. We started the 17, 18, it will end tomorrow when at the 19th. First and foremost, I've been fortunate to be one of the delegate observer for this Emergency Delegate Conference in Makeni. And we start the conference yesterday. Before the conference started, it's a one-man committee move a motion for Gomit and Esbaikoma day before yesterday, when at the 16th. Yeah. Then go all dialogue with Sam and tell and say, do you have we want to chair this particular Emergency Delegate Conference here. So then they on the meeting, big system, they just the entire Islaman committee, some of them they only possibly not be fortunate for they are in a honorable building. So most of them they done, we are effective for the Islaman committee. Of course, they done, I move the motion till and by Komachi at the meeting. What is the honorary ambassador Ibrahim Finish. I move the motion for there and by Komachi at the meeting. They done endorse second motion. So then the debate on and as the Kuma accept for share this particular Emergency Delegates Conference, everybody support the motion. So from there, then we call with regards to this membership issue, and it's very close door meeting. When they come at the convention hall yesterday, they come announce the first way for chair this meeting, when our former president, Dr. Anes Baikoma, before they announced Anes Baikoma, he explained waiting come about for let Anes Baikoma chair this conference. Because we all know the 21-man committee that they get a chairman where the court the order for chair this particular convention when at the former speaker the House of Parliament. So because of that, the order agreed it, including in the current 21-man committee chairman and the Secretary General, Sile and Ezekuma chair the meeting. So they also come and Ezekuma Payantane introduced them as the chairman of this particular emergency delegates conference. So from that point, and Ezekuma in opening remark statement, he said, in this convention, also that normal convention, my court order convention. So he will make sure they implement the court order full. Because you know go want let the court arrest them for contempt of court on Monday. And he will advise all chairman the witness in another for votes. All secretaries the witness in another for votes. They're all not for votes. If they're not for votes and the deputy chairman and leader when Amikalu Mansari don't talk and back, he not get for votes. So he talk to all the witness not forget for votes, let no votes where the process is start. So all chairman that we don't come, we the by Mahmoud and the Ansanet and don't go together. Please tell them categorically enough for vote, enough for party because now court order convention. He said as chairman and leader, the vote, in deputy chairman and leader, the vote, then for follow the instruction of the court order full. That's one of the key opening statements. So everybody, some people are happy, some people are feel shy because the party will follow the law because the law not a law. Nobody not be above the law. You respect the law because if you don't be as the president and you know what you call law. So from that point, the deliberation starts. They introduce people, other personalities, and as the Somali platform to the NRM, then talk about Mikalu Kurumad, talk on behalf of NRM. He apologized to the people with regards to NRM. People and the FIFA NRM mean bad. He said people and say, now this platform, when I don't get through, now we the NRM, now we you the platform because we reform the party. If you not reform the party, we not the grassroots, we not for don't get this opportunity for can be delegates and can vote for our right. But people and understand the NRM, so you go apologize on behalf of the NRM. If they don't do some action, they way the party and feel bad or other person feel bad, then go apologize and they beg on behalf of the NRM. So at the end of the day, if carry on for say after this adoption of the constitution and all this process, anybody will see the party accord, according to Mikalu Roma, he say na party will not let APC, na party will not let APC win, na party will not to APC. So it talk a lot. After that, the convention continues. The very first day, and as Ekuma continue for give people a platform with regards to the agenda. The other agenda is on the flag bearer, the everyone flag bearer. They all come. They all grab. But among the one they will not grab, just cannot grab. Just cannot grab because he call it say we one flag bearer when I come up stage. And just grab other man then grab the Richard Conte then grab other senior personality then grab one flag bearer then come up stage, then grab then could the other people then grab. So Samura Kamara no grab. Now I say Samura is a Kanaya. You say one flag bearer Kanaya. It's a can't map now. Now Samura can't map. Now I say rather than come for some other people and come grab Bokuna, the other people and come. The one then can't stand for some manner. Don't get grab. If you don't say you don't, no grab for Kana the stage. Because an escort say rather than one flag bearer, they don't come up stage, they don't can't map before the people them. So when Samura Kamara come, now he tell the people, they say, and see them people there, now they will say, no, yes, sir. Now he say, them people there, now then they spoil the party. He say, them people there, me, I don't try, I don't get them. They go to the ocean net, 2 o'clock, midnight, early morning for talk, down they talk, down they he don't start. He don't start for Congo South, he don't start for, if you like, he don't call on Congo South. He say, don't start for talk. But we in local way, we will talk on that in a Congo South, specifically in former President Komadu will say, some of these flag bearers, they believe in Congo South. Some of them stakeholders, they believe for password. Some of them stakeholders, they believe for what damage other senior party stakeholders them. So India and Ezekuma. Some of them stakeholders, they believe for damage Chief Alaji Sumana to India and Ezekuma. So because of that, it condemned them publicly, it devalued them, it condemned the action, say, you know, will help the party, you know, will heal the party going forward. So it condemned them categorically in an open platform where everybody we be there at present. So after that, now he tell and say, we say not to band go make we win. We all need for it together. Some politics there talk and that. They say now Munku politics in the play. He said that one day, and Munku politics can be played. He repeat the Munku politics part 4-5 times. All man be the Allah, all man be the jubilate. So he devalue them, he reduce them to the highest degree. You get some PhD older than the day when a doctor is appointed. We get high people and they, but I think with your way people and they go talk people and name Surah, it condemn people and Dr. Samura the day when they get PhD. I don't know if it's not true or not because they call a doctor. He reduce them at the public, they then one day and they go talk people and they to me. You don't start, you don't get this to business. You don't get people and for pastors. You want them to participate together. Let's tell them they do Namuku politics. After that, we don't need that side in any way. Chief Samsumana, but he said, say one flag gather. He said one. So he said, people have for come. He said they need. By then, Samsumana not been president at the hall. He not been farmed at the very hall, the first day, the 17th. So, Mohamed Bangura, when the former Minister of Information and the current MP at the House of Parliament, is glad to stand on behalf of Chief Alaji Subuki Samsumana. Other people in background, about 4 or 5 people in that stand for Samsumana. So the delegation continues. So after that process, then they will go launch. When we go launch, then come back for can begin the adoption of the constitution. We can begin the adoption of the constitution from chapter 1 till we cross chapter 2. When one of the most critical stages where they are afraid, and the stage where they raise Samsumana be the wait for, and other people in the diaspora they look for way, then say then they support Samsumana. So that stage they finally we don't adopt when at the chapter 2 they talk about membership issue. The chapter 2 we talk about membership issue. Chapter 2 article 13 we discuss about the membership issue of any other party, not only Samsumana. Under chapter 2 article 13 we discuss about membership issue. We get subsection G we say the decision to readmit a person to the party shall be made by the National Advisory Committee. I repeat, the clause will approve Samsumana finally. The decision to readmit a person to the party shall be made by the National Advisory Committee in a NAC. So automatically Samsumana don't be an APC member because NAC don't admit him, they don't accept him.
Okay. That was the very word and quality we have been trying for with. So does this mean Samsumana now is officially APC member?
Finally, based on where we don't adopt this particular section, because now we don't pass chapter 2, we don't now chapter 8. We then talk about diaspora, what have you. So we don't endorse that side. It's one of the most critical sides for Samsumana. Then at the membership issue, we don't adopt that, they don't endorse that. Without me read this clause here, this lawyer, Timbo, that honorable lawyer Timbo. Because then get people every day they read the clause to clause, word to word, delegation to delegation. So this time a lawyer Timbo na him they read it. So people they ask questions with regards to the NAC. They say, but we will not say now NAC and they approve membership issue. Why we the delegate conference not to approve? Then say one, the National Delegate Conference will only hold 3 years for one time. Now one time they hold conference for 3 years. So if membership then they where we need, we know say then membership they are useful. Then get productive for add more value to the party. We not wait after 3 years for approve them. So the NAC can meet and any time they can call emergency conference at any time, they can call emergency meeting at any time. So any emergency membership issue, now NAC can they approve. So when NAC approve you automatically you a member. So everybody support the motion and it's like command debate on that. But if you say by 3 years, now delegate conference they approve membership. Maybe we they look out for scouting. Let me say, for example, okay, if we play match, we don't go get number 9, we start this top goal. This number 9, they say first, we call a 3 years meeting before we approve them. Automatically, they say the 3 years, they can number 9 we don't go to another team and we play match.
Yeah. Okay, I get you. Okay, Sam King, I get you. So hold on there. Now we go to retired Colonel Idris. Colonel Idris, so based on what we hear from Sam King and Kuroma APC, it seems like your candidates is finally been approved based on the approval of that clause day. What are you take on that?
Makota.
Yep.
Let God bless you all. Let God give you all well here in long life. For now, we see the day when we na APC people were born inside APC. We due to the injustices there and the bad things that would happen at APC. Some bad characters that would inside APC don't send this party into turmoil. But we thank God we by the end of the day we get people who they talk about peace. Now, this I'm say, whatever the delegate conference agree upon, it's the final thing. And if the delegate conference don't look into this constitution where then they try for ratify so then they try for endorse right now or adopt right now, if they don't adopt someone, then so be it. Then it means say some Sumana don't automatically be reinstated. According to your understanding, the letter where the Secretary General been sent out, where Alaji, when the former Vice President Sam Sumana been sent, we all know what happened. We all know what happened before that letter they come into being. The letter will not don't pass and not unanimously approve the letter and approve and agree that Sam Sumana will come back to the party. But guess what? Out of reason best known to the Secretary General, he puts a small sentence to will talk to the next convention. Now he's supposed to give a final approval. I don't know if that's based on the fact that now the national delegates now they finally direct Sam Sumana out of APC. I don't know if that makes you do that. When Naina the only person you know the best reason why make you do that. And you know how to do this thing where at the second guess or at the anticipate. But so far, we are one of the happiest persons. I'm telling you, Mankota, I go make talk 10 days here. You know, you see a really joyous smooth way. Not to say because of they don't reinstate Sam Sumana na APC, that because Sam Sumana is the ambassador of peace. And that's not the line where I see and at the trajectory that the way we are chairman, okay? And His Excellency Dr. Anes Bai Kuruma, where himself that trajectory they himself don't take. He say na peace. We bring peace to the party and everybody for coming at the party and then we get peace. You know how many people then, when a million party then, ex-servicemen then, even people then, where my best friend then, when I be APC people then, where because of all this wrangling where they go on, all this problem where they go on, them bad actors they are, some of them people there where they do them bad things for create problem at the party. You know how many of them left APC or they just sit down no more. You know they talk to you so man for time, you know me and you work like Washington. I was the president of the APC Washington Metropolitan Chapter. You know, when I came, the whole of North America, they take hold. I was the most powerful president, most influential. When we go convention, inside a ring, that they win. You know that? Yes. And we are the one of the most productive presidents. But I don't want to talk about the achievement inside APC. When we talk about taking our appreciation, me, as a shout out to the president, former president, His Excellency, Dr. Anes Bai Kuruma, I salute you, sir. Kudos to you for this thing where you do, where you call for peace. I'm not saying I'm not a man. You don't, no man is infallible. You don't make mistakes when you step at one point in time. I was really mad at you. But I thank God with this point in time. From the time when you came out at the party office, where you talk to, you take responsibility of everything we don't happen at the party. And that now you life mission for make sure say everybody comes together. That from that 10 days, now I begin you back as somebody who will bring this party together. I salute you again, Mr. President. So, again, congratulations to new leader, Alaji Sam Sumana. I'll stop so far.
Yeah, so now we go to Kroma APC. Kroma APC, I know say the past recent month you've been putting out audios. One of the things where you always emphasize you still believe, say, the leader and chairman, when Dr. Anes Baikoroma go do the right thing. And it seems like, based on what I don't tell you so far, it seems like you are right. So, how you feel? How you feel about the leader and chairman? Kuruma APC, you there?
Hello?
Yeah. Kuruma, yeah. You hear me?
Yes, I get you.
I say how you feel, because you've been even though you've been criticized all the candidates, them, but you been still get confidence on the leader and chairman. Now that the leader and chairman don't bring this party together, based on what I tell you, same, then don't approve the constitution we supposed to deal with Sam Suma now. So what do you feel? How you feel? What are you take?
My name, this new constitution, when you come into law, mind you, that clause say it's kind for station at chapter 3. I think we talk for saying national, the advising committee, the guys get right now the power now for approve, for accept everyone who they come out at the party one. So that you make it very clear. But now tomorrow is the last thing, and tomorrow now they vote for everything within the constitution. They are everything at the constitution, and it come in law in 21 days time, because they have obtained a PPRC for 21 days. Inside 21 days, they now is done. That time the document don't come out a full document of the APC party. From that time now, the party they begin function them for being for all world constitutions, then constituent constitution, they take go now to national executive, take go now to the flag bearership. This now we don't know APC, now we want to try to make this big for we. This now a common thing, they call the chairman and leader they talk. Because this is a time within our opposition, especially people in the Canada party, we will try to drive them. No, how can I have? No, can I have? How want you? In the opposition, mind you, will be there power. We will get everything in our hand. We'll get the soldiers in our hand. We'll get the police in our hand. We'll get nothing in our hand. We'll get the money. We'll lost my election, hopefully. Now, our opposition right now, where people, the political party, they look for capable people, legalize as man and kind. For calm, or for embrace. We've gone at the ballot box, we got the chairman and leader saying like some people left. There's people saying that endorsement that they can't do for all flag there, like Dr. Samurai, because the message will not go out now, because people shout for saying that endorsement to go to the print follow them. But thank God, the people that the chairman and leader are too for this flag, for this flag for say like oh this right and my case so not fair, not happy, not confusion, not happy. Huh? Where the chairman and leader, the party take a decision for say they don't want one follow candidate follow because some people may follow for say not Dr. Samuel or APC. APC what are the mandate? Now they already Muku politics and the chairman and leader they try for say. Well, Muku politics, no, it needs a political party. Tell them we're in a 4 weeks. That's not wish to prepare them. But for the way not talk for this party for say, if you also me, no APC, the chairman and leader all for this party very hard. The not ever people follow at this party for saying no one is coming APC. For this day, if you want him, when the NDP may be no value, not progress. Because some people are not value APC, they don't get the love of the APC. Because if we get love of the APC, you don't go please follow for say no Samuga, no APC. That's Samuga value for the APC. No, APC is an institution, APC value for everybody. APC be for everybody, so that the party will carry. No, they come market now when before say we want somebody, they say, oh no, then the chairman here say this is not an endorsement convention. This is a court order convention for adopt the constitution for adopt the constitution and for constitution is court order. So now they weaken people them, weaken some people away, don't go print them millions of follows and this is not the APC. The APC sabi, it's the comrade. We don't want to comrade. Oh, they call it a comrade. Don't try the comrade. Comrade is comrade and they call it comrade. Say where go there now? It's not different thing. Let's say for lesson. This is for copying of the party. They call it chairman leader. This one try the talk and stay there. As more copy of that, you want them to want to create for copying of the party. Now they really the challenge was these people are indeed for the chairman leader. They can't say clear. Most of the people have been accused that inside the political party. And this, you know, so they talk this. Me, some care, others, not only talk this, they talk to people who make them know what they call the party. Now, we cannot talk about the party.
Okay, all right.
Now, don't play the man. Go to the developer to the man. If you want to beat out again, so you have to beat out. But the man okay, so for the fan, they allow that. But I say play the man. Now play the man. What want to know this party?
So let me come back to Sam King. Sam King, looking at waiting you and Kuma APC don't talk. I know say this thing they done by tomorrow. Now we know say una na blogger them, na social media people them for the APC party. Waiting how una get for focus now una attention after this, because I know say most of the time now this will not be the effect for make it happen. And I just been get some information from Alfred Conte. He go now one radio station today now Freetown. He go talk saying, well, even though yes, the convention they go on, not to everybody supposed for not to everybody actually then get the chance for making a vote. Now, what's the next focus for now when the social media bloggers then for the APC?
Let God help me again, the people, and let God help the party. Let God continue to give wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to the leadership of APC. Let God make this party see who they see. Because if they see who they see, we'll not go get accidents along the line. What I mean by accident? If the party say, then they compromise the party interest to an individual interest, we will make mother do petition me along the line. Automatically, the motorcar will get accidents along the line. So I believe say the party, the process of this constitution, even from side and the way, therefore put some intended clause with regard to anybody way then they don't incriminate or get taken stuff and they get baggage. So that's some more time I get what you said, no for control. Because they see this constitution, one of the best constitutions they don't adopt and it will not change nothing. We get to focus at how we unify the party after the end product of tomorrow. Because the way I see the robust action of the leader and chairman, you need a compromise court order. You need a compromise court order. People learn, you know, at times when you do strategic thinkers, you need a mix war. You always will be victorious. People then see the agenda, they say they not put I recall and say resolve the membership issue. The constitution already talk about resolve membership issue. People they don't know, some of who be the thief. But not be one for air and out because we don't want for promotion or tension. The constitution already they don't speak out. Quietly talking about how they resolve membership issue. So that is sacrosanctly clear. But the other thing we happen today in the hall, yesterday, the former flag bearer there and the flag bearer there aspirant they don't down the stage. You know, Dr. Samura Kamara through the regional chairman when Ali Commoner, we want for disadvantage other flag bearer there when the contest. We go give Samura Kamara stage na up the stage inside and by Kuma then sit down. While in front of the flag bearer then sit down. Whether they send a signal to the legal team of the APC, automatically they tell the party that Samura Kamara not supposed to go upstairs, because them downstairs because I didn't come to former minister then something a flag bearer aspirant and I didn't sit down. But the regional chairman, I host my APC convention and region when I come they make it so reluctant. So that they pass it on day. The second day again, Samura go back on stage. We don't advise on the first day that today. I announce on the publicly say, you know, they tell you now, Samura say one the flag bearer, not possible up here, let go down. Publicly. And then the worst embarrassment, me say no ever taking. Why don't you get anything go sit down under? Because logically I for what to know better. And not for wait let person can direct me what I'm supposed to do.
So what I'm telling you, it go down for go sit down there.
Yeah, he say he come to flag aspirant and sit down downstairs. He said for go down there, not for can sit down at the high table. Because he say one flag bearer. He no want for compromise integrity for nobody.
Wow.
So Samura Kamara move, he grab. I don't know if he's shame or not shame, but the world so shocked
He go down, he go sit down among incompetent. But you see, in life, no left bagbati. Power na God dey give. Not in power, and they make you get power. When you believe God, you work making people and go make them happy for you, then glad for you, will always be victorious. But when you there, you say the first power, the 12 people, then the damage the company, the first mobile, then for course the company, mama them. For straight company that and they then for course Muslim them, imam them, pastor them, stakeholder them in this country. That's the sign show today say, wait, what is good for the good is good for the gander. We do bad, about the pala, we do me this time for do this. So today, and if they come out so magnanimously enough, and tell Samura for go downstairs and go sit down inside confidence, sit down in company here and there. And if they come out a neutral and open platform, now for compromise, integrity, because the regional chairman already don't take side. Because I organize the state, I organize. So if you don't, maybe the chair them say, all flag bearer then I the flag bearer they outside them sit down, downstairs, Samura not sit down, they can't sit down up high table. But if like Roman come down, instruct them for go down and he move down.
I get for can left una very I get for can release una very soon. But let me go to Colonel Idris. Colonel Idris, tomorrow, yes, they don't approve the clause we resolve the membership issue, but they get for votes for the entire constitution, which is going to happen tomorrow. When are you going to Freetown?
Let me tell you what happened. You go into Freetown, they will determine the appropriate time. I explained to you an ongoing issue, and that issue is yet to be resolved. We need such as a Sierra Leonean, no constitutional rights, we are responsible Reverend Ben. We get President Julius Madabio, one of the bodyguards, we call directly the former bodyguard, we still active in the army, and threatening new life and the family life. And that issue is an ongoing issue, we don't resolve it. Yes.
Okay.
But we don't need the complaint there, inside there for the complaint there. And that complaint, if they go fast, and that they will just go as far as take out. And one thing I want to everybody know, and even without standard, would have still say in a rejecting because of you believe in waiting me not believe. I'm not afraid of nobody. I'm not ever afraid of any firefight. To God be the glory, make a left on that side. Now, you see what they go on at Sierra Leone? APC that got a natural cleaning process and we take place on a APC. I know a lot of people when they wish you offended, but it's only people that patient and they allow this process to go on. We will achieve what we want to achieve. And one thing I wanted the one we want more, and especially with APC brothers and sisters, where they always get for Alaji CDP Samsumana, Vice President, say he left APC to go from C for C. So you know they will right back for Ghana APC. You got it all wrong. Like let them get Alaji Samsumana from APC. So me, working a witness na for no. Now you make them like the way Alaji Samsumana say, when you come back na APC, I say please every time when you go, especially coming back home, you get a blessing. You know what witness na for no? APC not ever left Samsumana in heart. Samsumana was always APC. I see the pain at Samsumana in face. The pain at Samsumana in heart.
Yeah, okay. Yes, okay. I think when I been go off, I don't know if I will network, but I don't bring when I come back. Sorry, Connie. Connie, round up. I get somebody where I want for ask again. Na the forum.
Okay, I'll go round up. So now this short message that everybody else and now APC. We get that expectation say Samsumana left APC. No, Samsumana never left APC. And no certain divisions the way Samsumana makes. Then the same time, for when we know if we go SLPP for supporting or if we go APC for supporting. Every division where Samsumana made by them, he has to watch APC as an individual. But Samsumana na force you believe in democracy. He say I will respect the other people the way to more. SLPP and other political parties, they can expect they get their own intention. And we know the people are now weighing out and we go to the SLPP there. So we allow them. He said, yes, we all come there. If you don't make a decision for those guys, fine, but this is the main direction of the day. If the direction some time ago, we follow that direction because the APC we born. We are APC. I'll stop so far. All
right. Dr. Kamala, thank you very much for joining the program. You joined today na phone also. I know say you now be member of APC and you still like APC as I insist always because once an APC, always an APC. But looking at the convention where I believe say you dey monitor, you dey follow. I dey give you 2 minutes for making you able to tell me what thing you think and based on this development, what thing are your own personal decision whether for come back na the APC. Go ahead. Dr. Kamara, you there?
Hello.
Yeah. Dr. Kamara. Okay. If you okay, you hear the question? We not hear you, Dr. Kamara. We not hear you. So I don't know what thing is going on.
Hearing me?
Okay, we hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, Dr. Mankota. This is Dr. Kamara again, APC, C4C, SLP, PLGC. All right. I just too glad the former president, Dr. Apc Delegate, where he can exonerate himself.
Yep.
Because they say that he spoiled the party, so he can't convict the party. So they give everybody a fair level playground. So that's no more I get to talk and make everybody they watch. But the best thing I get for advice, AP Conte, I call him the NRM, Alfred Conte. Yes. They get for stop, make it not spoil the party.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
It look like say in not to APC, in some kind of a force we can for sabotage the APC.
No. Doctor.
Yes.
I think when we try for bring people them together and we try for tell people then say make them stop for what they say certain things them, then we say self not say them thing and they Alpha Content na APC. The only thing we get for tell them, the Alpha Content na APC. The only thing we get for tell them, it is time for let we all come together. And sometimes,
well, now they talk. I say let it stop.
No, but when you say it's like say you know to APC, and that I just want for make will not say.
Oh, okay, but we want peace that country dey. Make them give every party a fair chance to participate, and back we get a democratic government. We will lead we to the other half of the century. So that's the more.
All right, thank you. And what I want for say on here, yes, we know say Dr. Apc don't make a lot of we. Some of we really want for let this party go before make it be a modern party. We always we talk. We want for thanks me personally. I want for thank Alfred Conte because without Alfred Conte and the NRM and the other folks them, the young generation then will stand up for make we reform that party. Sometimes we not for be rich who are rich to this home. So now we give the due credit to say it due. So then people are in as much as a lot of people that then take them saying that this, but at least now then stick the neck for say I they take the blame, I they go for it. And today, to be honest with you, I'm so happy. And I want to give Samki and this one the last word. 1 minute. Let's start with Koma APC. Koma APC. What is your message to the APC, especially the young one them, where they on social media they try for propagate their young candidate, different candidates. What is your message from starting from today? What do you want to tell them?
The message we start from today are the chairman and leader, statement to me. I mean, right time in message say this united can unite this party issue. He said this united can unite this party issue. He said this is a jihad because a jihad anyone who is mistake to go against the issue right now they can't take as a party like tomorrow. So for say all come together as a party. Anyone who want go for all against that issue and the red team and to me like this day we go join the chairman and leader for prosecuting people for say their people are the one police party. Mind you, the chairman and leader is talk and very clear. He said this now time this now for kill a chance so the young people will come up. It's a complex. It's about only for all rest now. It's about go slow, make all people that come.
Yeah.
It's about go retired. It's about all people that come take the leadership. The young people that come take the leadership. And if you don't think happy about the close of the youth league, when I say from 18 to 20, 30, 35, 9 at the age for making stand at the youth league. See the one person. That is trying to say the party, the chairman and leader who want this constitution. Might be anyone when they say as a Peter Conte, for as a Peter Conte. Because for sure a leadership, for me to get this new constitution, because some people have don't know them out. Like what happened on this 21-man committee, some 21-man committee, some people have taken action and they're for taker.
Yep.
You see, so this is the opportunity right now, the chairman and leader of GWE for say we the young people and we don't time this. Who could come up, who could start up. Then they take the back seat, they may people outside. Then about how all the parts talk now the back yesterday, you see some people there, most people say for the London and the party for 16 good years, and one kind position no more. They don't want to give chance to other people, for me, other people tell them on another experience.
All right.
Don't catch one on the paper. America, we don't sound like this. So, look like Morocco, this election over all day. The candidate lost, the incumbent lost. They all resign. One man vote about it, all resign. They say all the people they come. Now, this is for land that Africa, and this is for land and APC. We won't be against the temper there. But what you say the chairman and leader don't talk. They just follow that message.
Yeah, we also give the chairman and leader for make sure say we institute this so that the party will able to benefit. Now we go to Sam King. Sam King, go ahead. What are your last word to the people?
With regard to the statement of the chairman and leader, I want to elaborate again. President Kroma Former don't satisfactorily talk yesterday. He say, all be not say we can retire. We don't own. We don't agree to all can retire. And he is paid to the young man then. He say, we retire. He say, we're not again at APC. He say, get a lot of international assignment they want for APC. He say, let them retire and let them give space to the young people then. So now we give the young man then. Let them take leadership. He say, let we give chance to the young people then. Let them take leadership. Let them take this party going forward. And money to advise people then. Let them take the back seat and allow we the young people and take the center stage and going forward. Don President Koma now we have to understand. People have been misunderstand President Koma. But when he exploded yesterday and today, that should say we advise what we advise them. We talk you the talk. We talk with Koma the talk. We really don't enter 98 and we don't execute them yesterday and today 100%. Because he honestly tell me say he not a take side for nobody. And what people said today, now it's shocking news for put somebody to go back, go to the outside confidence, you don't know can't up, you do one flag there. You want to get up here. Now we for decide for you man. You will get for decide for you can't sit up stage. Go sit down side, the aspirant and sit down. Samura go down. So that one shows say you not get friendship when it comes to national political decisions. Because you be the talent paper, you get an integrity for protect. You get a name for protect. If you compromise the integrity, compromise the name, that will be the end battle of PDP, not a life that in false popularity, it will disturb and destabilize the entire image we don't work for the past 10 years for this country as president of format, as president of this republic. So automatically don't show me say it will protect the image, it will protect the name, it will protect the family name, and it will protect the legacy that we don't let for the past 10 years of the administration.
All right.
So I want to call on all our funding Now we continue to follow with and the Kumasi and do a level playing field to all flag their aspirants. Let me open up the space, the President Kumasi. Let me allow some Sumana, let me allow Kamarida, let me allow Colonel Idris. Let them all come on board. So we move the party because politics is a game of number.
Yep.
One person of vote for APC and minus APC is winning one. So everybody important in APC, especially, I repeat, especially people away where the swing state. Because in your political survey in this country, the political landscape in this country, for now, always the can be by what? Because the best executive and the not always so when from the ground, that 100,000 to 150,000. Now in the tax over the margin line, we always give you that 55% and above. So Cornell is so strategic, and then we win 2023, and Palama is so strategic, Canada is so strategic. So going forward, we need to come together as a family, unite, look at the bigger picture when at the 2023, how is the full matter go through electoral process.
So
unite.
So
if we not unite, nobody will win 2023 election. If we unite, I think we will over.
yeah, thank you. Well, I just want to thank
Mankota.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just give me 30 seconds. I need to go more than 30 seconds.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this now with regards to Alfred Peter Conte. Alfred Peter Conte, one thing maybe a lot of people don't know about him, now a structural engineer or some form of engineer. And a man we believe in process.
Yeah.
And waiting Alfred Peter Conte don't do, posterity will tell. I don't think say this generation, especially the people that were involved in these APC activities then, for be the moral guarantor for George Alfred Peter Conte. Now history will tell if what he do right now is not the right thing he do. But so far, we all see the results. Like APC they come so together.
Yeah.
And now feel say whatever anger or vexation people then get against them, people then get put a pause to that and allow this process here over. That's what I just care for say.
Thank you very much. Retired Colonel, stay on the line, and Doctor, stay on the line because we can't do more discussion. So I just want for release with guests then as alone. When Sam King, one of the APC members, then we na a blogger, na social media blogger, and Abubakar Kamara, Elias Kuruma APC. Gentlemen, I just want to thank you very much. Probably I will call you now unexpectedly tomorrow for now give him the roundup. So I hope say we go answer my phone by God's power because we really want to know. And I will likely broadcast tomorrow for make I able to get a roundup. So I thank you very much for taking our time for kind of the program for kind of explain all waiting don't happen.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity where you give me. You're always available at any time, at your time.
Thank you very much. I could just give them the okay. All right, now it's time for rapid firing comment and if you been listening. Waiting will be the talk. Then you get any comments. As always, when I know waiting always the TPN. So you can send your comments like they can read some of the comments the way the other people that they send during the time of the discussion. When I just put comment in the comment section of the platform. If you do watch now YouTube, just type na that chat comment section or Facebook na the same thing at the Facebook comment section. Or if you really want to say something on the air, here is the number 480-409-4001. That number is 480-409-4001. Now, let me start with the comment section, the one that way important for it. Let me go to Mr. Mohammed Monde. He say Anes is a tough leader. He makes some man quiet. Colonel, I know say you watched that video yesterday when like quoting Sam King and the others that they talk. you watch that video where an Eskroma called them. Oh, you see that wire? Now the problem, now the APC. I was shocked, to be honest with you, when I heard the president say so. What's your take on that?
Mankota, I still dey digest that video there. Just like what I can always tell you, me not a journalist, me not a soldier man. Me, they train me how to appreciate battle and give fire control order and lead men there into battle. So this politics, honestly, it's too much for me. And me, a straight shooter, I dey feel the land politics. But what I see happen, so the question I ask, would Obama, the next Democrat convention, will he speak to, let's say Biden? Will Biden speak to flag bearer aspirant like that? Any former president of the United States, they don't ever talk to any aspirants like that. For let President Nkrumah will come out and publicly and openly chastise people like that. Now children come up to a neck. Not to everything President Nkrumah say and that. But if you read within the lines, you will really know say that out of the biggest frustration, what I saw was the humiliations of people then. Where them people and they get the potential to be president of Sierra Leone, and they did not talk back. So I further ask myself this question. Then people there with President Nkrumah belittle and talk to like that kind of manner there. Then people and if they meet up, then counterpart will talk to them, like how President Nkrumah talk to them. So say once upon a time they don't become president. Will they speak back? I will pause so far.
Yeah, well, the thing here is, well, first of all, Bashir, welcome to the program. The thing here is the fact that, President Nkrumah, the politics agree. I think, say, it don't frustrate so much that he realized, say, if I not disgrace them in public, they're not going to stop. Remember, what he said they're hypocrites. He said that one day they can't talk to you about something else, where you go and go talk to another person, something else. When a leader like that come out, he say them things in the public, I was just thinking that, oh, come on. And you know what he said? He even threatened them. He told them, say, if they don't stop, anyone after the know where them come, they lead a jihadist movement against anyone where no one foresee peace in that country. Now we go to Bashiru. Bashiru, thank you very much. Let me, George Owen say, Mr. Moderator, I was listening to a radio interview of Alfred Conte. He was still talking about how the convention that is going on right now in McKinney is illegal because some delegates were disenfranchised. What is your take on that? Before I bring Bashiru, Mobabi, get I just want to talk to Alfred Conte. Sometimes in this world, not to everything you get for things say you go get when it affects. Especially when it comes to politics, there's a time when politics now give and take. Waiting Alfred Conte don't do, we will reach now this particular situation today. Now only somebody who don't like APC, now they give and credit, irrespective of whether you hate Alfred Conte or not. But this, not Alfred Conte, it just benefits. It benefits everybody. It benefits me, it benefits you, it benefits everybody. So I just want to talk to them for say, I think if they don't resolve the membership issue, because even in election, not everybody get for votes. We understand, say yes, indeed, there are certain people that will be disenfranchised, and we understand that. But for the sake of peace, if they unite the party, because now EU objective that one day, if they unite the party, I dey advise am for make e let it go. Any other hiccups will take place, make e let it go. And secondly, lastly, maybe they look at the leader and chairman. As some of you know, a couple days back, I make a specific audio where I address Dr. Anesbai Kuruma directly saying this is not a last chance for make up a legacy, the mistakes that we don't do over the years, for making able for redo the mistakes then they for make able make them better so that a legacy go left. Now the APC, like say, now the man this way after the APC been in a chaos, now in can bring the APC together. And so far, I am very cautious, but very optimistic. What they see at the area so far, it seems like it will do exactly just like that. So, Bashir, go ahead. What do you think?
So, I'll address first. I'll address retired Colonel Idris. I've been a resident minister at the board school. The question I will ask, I mean, this is going to be just if now in between at that stage and get humiliated like that, will he speak back? And I think I know the answer. So I'm not gonna put the Colonel, I don't put you at that stage, but I think I know the answer. That was a humiliation. That was not.
No, well, I don't know if you want that answer. I will give you the answer, definitely.
Give me the answer, Colonel.
First of all, just like a way Siddiq Alaji Chief Samsuman and not ever find himself at that stage day. Myself, the way how they behave and the way how they carry myself, I not go ever find myself at that kind of stage day. And the people them, you see JFK, he never stood up. Because now man with integrity, I will say this, even though it will be private conversation. I know what JFK said to me 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I will quote him. He said, Colonel Idris, even though myself, okay, we all they aspire for the highest office. He said, but we not for create any situation wherein we will deny anybody from coming into this party. So such a Mawogedan kind mentality way, I understand why it not team up at that stage day. But me, I don't go ever find myself in that situation day. Because most of the one they would find themselves in that situation, that the one they would Kongosa, would Kelgo and bring camp. I will stop so far. I hope so I give you the answer.
Yes, wait to me. I think I don't get the same after several discussions on this show. I still believe, say, the number one problem at APC, okay? It goes back to Ernest Kuroma. It's still Ernest Kuroma. This whole thing, it don't get this convention, don't try to make himself as the kingmaker again, right? Even though the whole time from the last nomination where they go and pick Samura to this date, he's behind almost all the APC issues. For make them people like the division what they see, now because of how some man get treated from that first thing where unless decide for what choose and pick who that he wants. And unless they do the same thing, everybody now they turn somehow they forget say a lot of the fights where the NRM and other people then do was because unless not agree to waiting will happen right now. This had to go to court and all that fighting and happen because Annette did not agree. So all that people will point by now, try to make this like the only blame we day. Now people that aspire for the party, now the party problem day. The party problem has been existing before this aspiration. And the aspiration part is also different from the party in structural issues. So we make we start from make now like say the one that they aspire, of course they get their own blame. But for we make like say now they had all the blame and Anas was this saint that was he was just waiting for the right time to be the leader after almost 3.5 years in this chaos. He had not had so many opportunities to step up and do the right thing. He has not done it. He's now the camp for making himself as the leader. It's the same thing, casting the blame somewhere else, not taking responsibility for his own chaos in this whole thing.
All right.
he has been, I think he has always tried since that from the day we know he left power, he wants to be and remains the kingmaker of APC. Whether he wants, not in for B, and everybody should go and bow to him. This has been Anes's goal. And it's the same thing. Humiliating people like that doesn't bring the party together. And make I just touch on last comment, Mankota. You don't stop fighting when other people are being disenfranchised in the party. You don't stop fighting. It doesn't bring the party together. When some man and they, with their own rights, are being taken away, and they bring the party together. When the man and they start this fight, they did the same thing to them. For the unity of the party, Mokuna go to court. They told them the same thing. You cannot now stop because with some other people and they that are being disenfranchised right now. You cannot stop the fight. Why can't everybody be welcome? Almost every speaker will come here. The best thing for APC is welcome everybody, not start to eliminate anybody. Welcome everybody because you're going to need everybody if you want to beat SRPP. You're going to need everybody.
Yeah.
So this issue for making the disenfranchised person, that person, is the same kukujumuku way for set yourself up so that the people who are left inside and people who are left can choose you or choose that other person. Everybody needs to get the right way deserve for B-Day, need for day.
I agree with you, Bashiru. What you talk now, totally right, correct. But the reality of life is sometimes very, very, harsh and complicated. You understand? We know, say yes, indeed, Alfred Conte gets the rights for make it continue for fights. Okay, he get the right day. But what would they try for talk about? I think say he already don't win. Alfred Conte already won. No matter what somebody say, the NRM Alfred Conte, they already don't win. Remember, when they were like what he talks, so when they were then start, a lot of people there, they against them. Now, few people them will be they see for say yes, this party need reformation. That they say some of we not NRM members are not belong to any subgroup, but I'm not saying what in the NRM and they do now for the benefit of everybody. But the reality here is sometimes you're not going to get 100%. Even within your family, so and politics now give and take. So they just say, well, this is where the problem is. Well, maybe if we're not able to solve them totally this time, sometimes as time goes on, we're able to solve the remaining things then we're still pending. But let me go to Doctor again.
Mankota Budia, give me 30 seconds.
Okay, after you, I go to Doctor.
Yes, I want to respond directly to my brother. We have been one time my own subject. Thank you very much for the recognition. One thing I want to bring come out clearly. I want you know say that when me retire from the videos, me not be one person will be really pissed off at President Nkrumah. You know who say way I forgive President Nkrumah? I don't know if you will understand it. Since the time we're going to APC office, where it take responsibility for everything we go bad, not APC. He don't do that. He don't take responsibility. So what else any mortal man can do? This man don't say he's sorry and he will bring this party come back together. Don't forget, the very same actors them will create problems. Then get some sumana. And the very same actors and back don't resurrect so now they create problems. So basically, me I still owe President Nkrumah to everyone where he talk that party office they see, he will bring everybody come together. President Nkrumah perfect. He don't walk away from all the mistakes that we do. But so far, the question we that the future.
Okay.
Then you give the answer there.
Okay.
But so far, what bringing the party together, I think it's in the right direction. We are not getting credit for that.
Yeah.
I'll stop so far.
Okay, Bashiru will answer that question. But let me go to Dr. Kamara first. Dr. Kamara, you hear what Bashiru talk say? Yes, the first person we get the problem now, President Anesbai Koroma. We agree. I agree totally for say yes. And now human being, right? Like what in Corneli this they talk about. Now human being, we all they make mistakes. For be leader, easy at all. Some of we don't be leaders in our community for a very long time, and we know exactly the kind difficult when they deal with people then, because you get certain set of people then. Now then they try for take advantage of you for their own self-interest. The other person they try for influence you and them. So all kind of influences then they come. Now God now they help you no more. If you God not they help you, it easily for make you make mistakes. So we understand that say yes, in not infallible. Now human being get perfect. Don't you think it is time if we an Escoma able to bring this party together? Let we say okay, we don't forgive you for the last mistakes, and you don't try you level best. Now let's move on. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Mankota, and thank you, Brother Bashir and Colonel Idris. How are you? I'm in Maryland. All right.
I'm fine, sir. Sorry, sir. I can put you on mute because you're on a factory setting. Okay, I'm fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So, what you know, I want to talk, Dr. Mankota, you said it. To err is human. To forgive is divine. I don't want to sound like, a papal status here. But let me go back to history. I was there when the former president, Dr. Ernest B. Koroma, go commission the water HEP hydroelectric Bakasuka at Putloko. And that time, Ibi Meet Puloko was in disarray for leadership. And I can quote him for people who were there to say, he said, Puloko, when I try to give me leadership, when I try to sort out to that problem, he said, if I not sort to myself, I will sort to out. All right. Moving fast forward, we don't see the last election. I mean, you always wonder if you are one seat day, how 28 man there, we get some PhD, some masters, some whatever you call it, they're all the vie for that one seat day. They're not able to come to a compromise. Even before they go for go see they're not going to be possible. And that was how and why I think. And as Kroma, sort them out. Now,
I don't know.
Let me land.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me land. Moving fast forward, to quote Colonel Idris, he said, okay, it takes responsibility for all the mistakes. He said, okay, I'm sorry, I don't take the responsibility, but I will try for bring things to now. How many times the long will court in and out, in and out, in and out. Before they arrive at even the clause where they bring everybody and then bring the former or the ostracized vice president Alhaji Sam Sidiki Sumana inside. Now he talk. He say, do ya? All which you know happen, don't forget. He reference during the first crisis where APC be forget during the time of Dr. Shekhar Stevens, the former president, the late, and also the late S.I. Koroma. Where he even mentioned, he said the only people that will be present at that time could be Masiambi. He said that just as fresh as yesterday. He said the first day went by. Second day, by the third day, they all don't make come. He said that's the APC they know. Famutik, even the PPRC chairwoman lady, a talker. He said Famutik in the band, a lot broke. Well, all we don't see in the past years, all people in the kind of the social media, mamikos, accusation here or here, it is very shameful. That's what that.
Okay. All right. So
Arikan, my land.
All right. Try land, please. We don't go out of time.
What do you mean? Yes, I would give the honor for Alfred P. Conte for being a whistleblower, if I can put it that way. But for goodness sake, if they say make all man forget about this, then they still the above they make them known court. Why you know it come from what we call sort them out, or they sort them out as brothers and they move forward.
All right. Let me start with the first assertion where you put same. The reason we to make an Escoma pick a leader because the 28 people are not able for compromise. That's I think say in terms of democracy, we don't how many party we been contest the 2018 election. That's about 15 11 party major. The total is about 15 party. Dan Escoma, yes, you don't make mistake, but now we not try to justify the mistakes by trying for blaming other people. Because one of the things we all know, the reason we to make them people that they all come say me at the aspire now because they believe in themselves. Each and every member of that during Independence Day, that the candidate them believe say that them be the best person. Compromise if they want and supposed for do them. But the responsibility of the party for being allow them for make the people them vote for them, let the people then choose instead of an individual for choose. That was the problem. So in on the issue of because now 28, it then can be 50. We don't see now this one where 1,000 candidates. Iran been get about I don't know how many 100 candidates. Yes, so yes, indeed, if they have been compromised, if have been better, but at the end of the day, therefore allow them for make them contest. Let everybody go fall by your ways than somebody for say you not qualify, now this person qualify. That's on 1 point I want for talk. On Alfred Conte today in interview not say he dey go back na court. He not say he dey go back na court. He say he not willing for go na McKinney simply because the first way it affects, it been effect for everybody, not to just some people. And he understands him about 7 constituencies them where then disenfranchised. And he left to the court, the judge, because the judge now give the order for say then get for go then get for elect five delegates on each constituency. So if the court sit down and say okay, but he as far as he know say since they're not able for meet according to him, they meet the requirements that make McKinney, and he always defend for everybody instead of one person. So let we not castigate him on that side, and then you're right for them. So I agree with Danny. Now, before I come to Bashir, let me read this quickly. Matthew Rollins say, Anes by Koroma, na true leader. He has brought his party the long-awaited peace. Kudos to him. And Izagi, what would they Bokari, what would they call Izagi? He said, I know it's in SLPP because he said we can't wait for beats Una 2023 back. Laugh. Okay. Now we go to George Owell. George Owell say, thank you, Dr. Kamara. And he's talking about Dr. Alusan Kamara, not to Dr. Mankota. I say thank you, Dr. Kamara, for your brilliant submission to set the record straight about EBK to have chosen a leader then. This is the clear story. I disagree, but now your opinion. Bashir, go ahead.
So I'm telling you, this is the part that is so dizzying and sometimes just topsy-turvy, right? Colonel Kamara said, Anes apologize. The doctor say Anes apologize.
And me say Anes apologize.
It justify what did he apologize for? It justify what he do, but we apologize for. Right? So it's which part of the constitution? I mean, even picking politics, as an expert, Munku politics, when he say if you get a good candidate there, somehow it take the constitution out of the way now, like you want life will make decision.
I don't say is that you get for this one they get for take now. They say we namunku.
No. But when it require, say, not only 2 or 3 people are left to vie for presidency. I mean, check this last SLPP one, right? The one matter win this last one in 2017, 2018. You had, I think, 15 candidates? Even though there were like maybe 3 that were serious, but you had a bunch of candidates. You can contest. Not put anything that somebody in hands to this person and gets the right for what we get to choose. And make I come back to make I finish it though. So this convention, yes. Apart from, for me, the only part I don't like for that humiliation, I don't think it was necessary for put the people in there and humiliate them, right?
Yeah.
But apart from that, yes, the tone, EBK's tone has been better in this conversation, in this convention, as a move towards peace. I give you that. But what you mean to tell everybody is that don't take your eyes off the ball, okay? Make this in change of tone, not all of a sudden now become, it not begin anything for do with them, because again, the divisive part, the part that will be very very cantankerous is when it comes to that flag bearership. Okay, this is what we talk right now. This delegate business. This is not the easy part. Okay, how are you going to tell the Samsumana supporters when you tell and say, well, it's not, based on the law or the clause, then it no get right for stand. Or Samsumana can win a bit Samura, and Samura people, I go tell us say stay inside the party and the more delegate part is coming. So make we just continue, make EDK continue in this stance, make it continue, but make we still put fire on and say the peace for APC is still in his hands.
Okay. Doctor, before you don't, I want to give the last
power of the party.
Okay, hold on, Bashir. But before we do, I want to give Cornel, because I don't say they can work for now. Release and Cornel, you get anything where they give the last word? You get any last word we want to say?
Yeah,
Mankota. I get the ability to mute the phone.
You have to mute him. You have to mute yourself.
I mute myself, yes. How long I mute him? Because I didn't have factory set up.
Okay, because my dad want for release you, I don't say they can do something, but if you just want for mute for listening, that's fine.
That's what I've been doing. Yes, I've been doing mute because my background very noisy. I get to move away from all the machinery for Canada.
Okay.
Well, basically, Mankota, at this point in time, we just appeal to every APC picking, APC supporter. Let we open this thing up. And let we forgive and forget and move on.
Thank you.
To get a clear and a present danger in Sierra Leone. What will happen at Guinea? We don't ever want to happen again in Sierra Leone. Okay? Because it's a dangerous trend. When I know say Salon, anything will happen, we either pass mark. We anything they do, either pass mark. And you see what Lassana Conde do. Kill almost people that will go riot. Shoot here, that. Kill this, suppress this. The soldiers then justify why they're for taking. Look at the jubilation. Look how people then jump that street. And right now we got a president where they do almost the same thing that Alpha Conde do. Now this very self we don't get to grow small. I think sometimes the international community don't talk to and wait until they don't begin to listen. Look the Fagemba road shooting. Tombo, Mile 91, Losal, Parliament, the beat with parliamentarians and then grab them come out that do. All that thing and it. You know? So basically by the end of the day, what the APC they do so, they get to come back now SLPP. This cleaning process, now a cleaning process where they solidify, where they cement, where they booster, and they create opportunity for that mommy where they support APC. You don't ever get opportunity to go school. That plastic they sell, they don't put in Pekin school, in Pekin don't school, when Pekin don't get no influence inside APC. So that mommy they in Pekin go able to get the opportunity for them to them vote as delegates. Because not to anybody again they team up the point say that you they can be delegates, that you they can be delegates.
Or even as president. Or even as president. So thank you very much. So you can mute Doctor, go ahead. If you want to say something.
Well, I think I agree with Colonel. Not all APCs them, let them forgive and forget, and let them come to one and move forward. Because even the former president, Dr. Apc Kuruma, he talks, he say, not to SLPP, they among the APC. He say, now leadership problem. And by now, allowing everybody for come put all hands on deck, may they look themselves face to face and face reality and move forward and rescue the APC. If come 2023, then get for win, then we win fast. But if then they are, that one they under. They say that's not the true color of the APC. See, when it come, they go forget all other issues and then be as one. So I agree with Colin.
Okay. Let me go back to the comment section. Dennis Williams say, I really don't understand why the party leadership will not forgo by the court order. All right. I think now even they try for do so, Mr. Williams. The court order, there are some hiccups, to be honest with you, I agree. And this now because of certain people, because of their own greedy, you know, a lot of people that are alone, they feel say politics now a do or die thing. Because most of them they don't get professional jobs. So they only hope for make them able to survive now through politics. That make them get the mind for destroy somebody, then get the mind for kill, then get the mind for do bad things them. They know they try for look at the certain things them. So some of them hiccups then they like certain constituencies then way then they go change the rule, and the people that are the constituency then bar off and then just walk away. Those are unfortunate circumstances. And I continue to talk about by God's power, as we they try for shape up, we go try for what them call the one day. But largely, the party they go by the court order. My concern was the membership, which I believe would have caused another unnecessary chaos within the party. But fortunately, based on we commentators them way they did at the hall, what did them tell we? It seems like that court order, that membership issue is actually resolved within the new constitution. So them just don't approve that clause there. Then say I think the third clause number 3, then don't approve them. So if they don't approve them, tomorrow then vote for the entirety of the constitution. That means automatically people like Sam Sumana don't qualify because him been don't send in letter for say if they come back for the apply, and NAC they approve for say yes they approve the letter, but the final approval get for come out from the delegates conference, which is the highest body, because that was the old constitution. And now, if the new constitution take away that responsibility from the delegates conference to the National Action Committee, when a NAC, the second highest body, then it is easier because the delegates conference, then the whole meeting at every 3 years or something like that. So it's not even for being feasible for make the one that we don't come out, somebody we want for coming and begin to say, well, we'll get for wait before they approve, I think say that is not the case. So I think say we are in the right direction for go by the court order. But let's wait and see tomorrow. Then after that, the PPRC, if I saw them call them, then therefore go back for go report to the judge, let the judge take a look. We will know if we actually abide by the court order or not. But I think so far we are largely abiding by the court order. Now let me go to Alusain Jallo. Alusain Jallo say the leader for life don't already call in a Munku. Dr. Kamara, I hope say you no go label me as SLPP. Dr. Kamara.
SLPP. Me not talk to anybody saying SLPP.
No, he say I think that is the time for Tizri. He said the leader for life don't already call Una Munku. Dr. Kamara, I hope say you no go label me SLPPO. All right, we are continuing.
No, I'm not going to label you. I'm not going to label you as that.
Yeah, when I continue for sending comments, them we don't almost we got about 10 minutes more to go. So if you get any comments, if you want to say something, you can say something. But again, so far so good. I'm so happy the way the things then they go based on waiting with the agree. Me not at the ground, so I have to be cautious while they talk because I don't want tomorrow. Can't take me words there again. That's going to be a little bit bad for me. So I'm cautiously optimistic for say yes, indeed, we are in the right direction. And I know say I not been get problem for the constitution itself, ratification, because everybody was in acceptance. Yes, we need for ratify that constitution and for long move forward. My concern was the membership issue, but since the membership issue will be resolved within the constitution, the new constitution, hey, let's wait and see and what happened. But should we get anything for saying?
Not really. I think the only I'll conclude on is that, this problem needs to get fixed, not just for the APC side, but for the good of Salone. Then things that they also can play into how we actually run the country also.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Every time where you get somebody where maybe it not so really label for you try to eliminate her.
Mm.
Okay. Anytime where you never party business because that person and they're critical of you, we get for failure to get rid of them.
Yeah.
At the same way, we'll come where somebody win. All the people right now, whether they go back and forth. So with Samsumana, Samura, this that. Samura win just know instead of maybe bring all the people in there from Samura side or the other side. Most time we try to even eliminate them further, right? Ostracize them. We have to stop and leave this type of politics where people agree with, or maybe people where they get different view from you, they have to be pushed away. If you do that to your own party member, then imagine you do not to the opposition. This is why the type of politics will get so nasty in our country. Right? Winner take all, you win, everybody else is a loser. Okay, economically, professionally, everybody become loser because you win. We have to pass this politics, and the way it will pass them now, create these parties to become an institution that not to one person get power, not to 2-3 people get power for decide who that go be this or be that. Okay, but the party itself, the institution itself, open them up. If Makota decides, say, I go for a run next year, I go make him go make a contest. If he lost, make for run and face.
Yep.
Make him lost. But make Makota not lost because somebody begin to say, I'm an APC enough.
Yeah.
And not do this. So make him not allow him. Well, I'm out to SLPP enough. Make him not do this. I mean, you those type of things. Think about look like John Benjamin. People like John Benjamin doing SLPP opposition. Man, and they don't fit right because they support the wrong candidate. Is that today SLPP have power? They are eliminated. They are like I said, they don't exist.
Yeah.
This is not the type of. It's not. It doesn't bode well in the long run for countries.
Mm-hmm.
If the party that they function that way, it doesn't bode well for the country. We have to stop and contest a honest election. You lost, you win. But it cannot be we eliminate you by this kuku business, offend technical reason for eliminate you. I mean, to seems all this crap what they will bring come last election just for eliminate some people, and because those people were candidates that had independent mind of their own.
Yep.
It's not good for the country, and it's bad. But the brother, the day one of we decide to go back for good run, they go out use them for eliminate we. So that make it will be equal playing field for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't care if 100 man go run. Let them go run. When you go for the convention, when you also you get one vote. Maybe there is nobody vote for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So now the reason this way I support the NRM, the fight for make we able eliminate the selection process, because that was the excuse where a lot of people they use against certain people. Then even though the constituency level, if they say them people then constituency they vote, sometimes the person will they eliminate a popular now that constituency they pass the one way then will give symbol, but because then say well selection. So this now
they cannot cut you word. They cannot cut you word, Makota. That may happen inside SLPP. You know, this whole symbol thing. There are about 3 or 4 people then where SLPP not give symbol to, right? They run as independent. And all 4 of them win. Then beat the one the way they choose at the same constituency that beats them.
See?
The independent one that beats the one the way the party choose. The way the party not choose any other people, not because of popularity, not because people don't support them, because without the people that they choose decide whether they elect or not elect. Because again, Michael Safi, so we need a game.
Okay. So now we go to the comment section again. Izagi, come up here. I don't tell you come up here. This is my internal politics. Izagi say Mungu politics practiced by APC. No wonder EBK Badu. And he also say true bash. It cuts across both parties, disenfranchisement. And Alusain Jallo say, I watched the convention from start to finish today. Sam Sumana issue should not be an APC issue, as he is now part of the APC. It should be a problem for the C4C party. That's I don't call down there. So Dennis Williams say, I think EBK is the problem because of divide and rule behavior. I can tell you this. If the party is not open to all region, APC will lose again. Mr. Dennis Williams, you brought up a very, 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 very good point. And I talked about this at the TPN forum. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? And I want to re-emphasize them because this is very, very important. Very, very important. Irrespective of the popularity of the APC party, to be honest with you, the country is equally divided. And I repeat, forget about that small country. Then they pour the water. Then just they put more, dirty in the water. But when it comes to actual winning, the country is equally divided for now. Maybe in the future, the third party then will be able to do more. But for now, the country is divided between the SLPP, the APC. And I will tell you for free, no party, and no person fool you for say, oh, the APC is too popular, then they able to win election, or the SLPP is too popular, then they win the election. No party in that country, no go ever able to win any election without going back to the other side of the aisle for make them be able to convince some people them for make them vote for them. No party. The data is very clear. Just look at the from 1996 to 2018 elections. 2 things now I find out when I analyze the data, where I always talk to me APC folks them. Very, very important. Now 2 outcome where I see that data then. In 1996, there was no incumbent at all. We been run. So the general election, everybody now fresh. The SLPP or the party that we contest, none of they were able to win outright the first time. The SLPP, them in the lead. Well, now just take us so, but we will not say probably not to so EB, but publicly them in the lead, according to what they tell me. So they had to go for a runoff. What happened? Without the help of Temu Bangura in party, them in they call PDP. We been there at the north, now one of the strongest at the north. Without in party, there's Tijan Kabano for being president at that time. So they had to go from the southeast to the northwest for make them able to convince other people them. The second point and this not only for APC. Well, I want for make the SLP, they don't even hear what they talk. Is that you know you? The other thing where I see on the data is every time a sitting president run for a re-election, he will likely win that election day. Sometimes outrightly. When Tijan Kabau won in 2002, it between like 71 to 24 points. So that means the incumbents get the power, they get power, they get the resources, they get most of the things. Okay. Well, in 2007, there was no incumbents will be run. So it was a general election. Everybody will be run, a fresh person. What happened? The same thing what happened in 1996, it repeats in 2007. Nobody not able to win the election outrightly. So what happened? The APC been the leader, but they don't say they're not going able to succeed. They had to go to the southeast with the PMDC, then go align with the PMDC for make them able to win the election. You see how the pattern of the political dynamics not alone. The same thing in 2012. That time Aneskoma, when I the president, he been run for re-election. There was no runoff. He win outrightly. Then in 2018, where nobody, no incumbent body will be run for re-election. It was a general election. What happened? Waiting being repeat in 1996 and 2007. He repeats back. No party not able to win the election outrightly. So what happened? You understand? Now, this Madabio, you know how much votes where he gets from the west and north of the country, where Guillaume, the presidency, 92,000 votes. Now he able for beat the second round, 92,000 votes. So you see how small that vote did. If you now a political analyst na salon, you get contract from any political party na salon. Now then thing then they for advise you party for same. This is going to be the way them call. So the people that will believe same tribalism, sectionalism, regionalism, or whatever is the way you think na able for destabilize the other party, you are shooting yourself on the foot. So we have to be tolerant. That's Namium ideology down there. Stay in the middle, encourage everybody in the country. And Escoma been bring a lot of votes from the southeast. We know that in 2012. So now we don't say the southeast no go ever vote for the Odem. Then go vote. It will be small no more, but enough. That small one day it will make a lot of difference. But the same thing with the SLPP. Look on 92,000. Then get so. So these are some of the things. Somebody be one come in, doctor. Now you or Bashir?
Nami Bash. So just to buttress what you just say, okay? Mm-hmm. If you go back into 2011, no, 2007, no, 2000, was it 12? Sorry, 12. Yeah. Where SLP win? 2012. SLP win Kerema, SLP win Bo, SLP win Kailang. They win all the stronghold then. Right? Mm-hmm. The margin of win, and that'll be the problem. Yep. Right? It was the winner, I think, between 75 to about 80%. Yeah. Right? The differences around that. And on the north, McKinney, Putloko, this, that, Cambia, APC, they win 85 to 90%. Right? They were running the board on the area then there. You go for this election, right? SLPP increase their own turnout in their region, right? You look at APC, even inside McKinney, Bombali, I think they win Bombali, but I think high 70 or but not for sure, so not parts. mid-80s. It was low. So you don't need for loss is strong word. If that amount, because since now what's the whole politics there now simple majority, when the amount of people the percentage go down, that means less people don't vote for you. Right?
Yeah. I agree.
When that 8% difference is that we take them from Potloko, you take some Kolili, you take them Bombali. You don't get 90-something thousand, you don't get out. You don't need for win now. You don't need for win. FIPC don't need for win the North. And just to reduce the percentage.
I don't know if I agree with you.
APC don't need for win Bo and win Kenema. That for reduce.
Okay, I understand what you talk. Yeah, you get
50%.
Yeah, I understand what you talk. That's correct.
Right?
Yeah.
You get 50% instead of 5%. This is the reason we say the party needs to be much more expanded. You don't need to go win Kenema. You need to win Kenema. But if you reduce, you win 15% of that vote, 15 to 20% of that vote na Kenema. And you run the North. It's very hard to make they will beat you.
Exactly. That's exactly the point. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But today you go, APC have power. And this to go for both parties. APC has been in power for how many years? Today you go, they not get party now, almost not even this year, they not get super party inside the party office and structure. All of them say, all of them broke. What happened? Because every time, see, this is the SPP, from the day when SPP win, the party structure scatter. It's all about the president. Okay? And when they go opposition back, now they go back to party. But now make the success always there because when you're in opposition, now they think that the party is important.
Yeah, because after they win, now it become an individual fight now. Everybody want forget what he get forget. You know?
Yeah. The party structure, how APC is almost 11 years of power. They not get one. No, all the places they lost, all the offices, all the sign they all lost everything. Why? There's no structure because we need to build this institution. These party structures are the institution that will hold the democracy. We don't even get respect for that. I just for how we run them as we run. We need that for make the appointed will become president or minister or stuff. Then we use them. Yeah, as soon as we appointed, we forget about the structure of the party.
Doctor, you get any last word?
No, I'm done.
Okay, thank you very much. And Bashir, thank you very much for the wonderful contribution you put na this channel here. I really appreciate that. And my last word now is I really want for first of all appreciate my commentators, my guests that will come in today. Sam King. A lot of you know Sam King as one of the bloggers then for APC na social media. And Kuruma APC, Abubakar Kamara, who they call Kuruma APC, is herself na a blogger na social media. I want to appreciate you. Thank you very much for explaining what happened at that whole day, yesterday and today. Hopefully, I will call you back tomorrow by God's power. And now, I want to thank Cornel Idris for coming at the program, for explain to we within the dynamics of politics in Salon, because na man way at least you're not a politician in a Sujaman, but at least he don't at the APC and one of the most powerful chapter na American in been president of that chapter before he switch. And I know say frustration make his switch. Now that some of the things that we been see they go wrong, then he rectify them, hopefully they come back. And I want to thank Dr. Kamara. Dr. Kamara, you know C4C or NGC? Me, I can confuse you. I'm not saying that you know APC anyway. Once an APC, always an APC. So I hope so when I all get for come back. Let us see if APC no, may God forbid it. Is that no yari?
Dr. Kamara and a closeted SSPP supporter.
No. No. That man.
So, well, I mean, a real politician, when I don't know that
they know who's you did. Now, Bashir, no, who's you did. We only know who's you did. So, I just want to thank you now. So, now, my last statement, I want to say, first of all, I want to thank the leadership of the APC party. I know sometimes some of we can be very critical, and we do this sort of say we hate anybody in that leadership game. We just want to make them do the right thing. Because some of who don't in the APC for a very long time now, Don't spend me money, I don't spend me time, I don't do everything at the APC. I know they ask for nothing, absolutely, because I just believe in the ideology of the APC. And I really believe same in the modern politics, when a political party green for reform for meet the 21st century way of politics, that party they become extinct. Because now, go like to somebody, not to that old politics where you think, say, you go Nabo, you go like to the people in Nabo, they don't know exactly what thing they happen at freedom. No, that time they don't pass. So the best way we get for do, be forthright with people. Talk to people, them try with a level best for them and modernize and tolerate people. Them. Now that make some of we don't even sacrifice we own interest within the APC party for the benefit of the collective benefit of the party. We don't do them during the time when APC been in the power. Some of we, to be honest with you, if we be one for become what they say bootlickers, because almost everybody been we been in that government official they sabi me and the party they know me. If maybe one for be a selfish somebody, them bootlicker, then the people the way they go degrade themselves to people them just because of power. Like I've been in our APC, the last APC. Seriously, yeah. Seriously, I tell you. But I sit down and believe him, leadership na God na in get time. If you dip any organization or a political party like this, be truthful. Fight very hard, not for your own self-norm. Yes, I know say some people then say the benefits of politics, it didn't this world here. Well, read the Quran, read the Bible. You will know say, no, yes, the material benefits is there. But the salvation benefit, you also did in the next world, because you know what? God will judge you on what you did do towards you company mortal man. So, in both ways, so let we continue for do that, for tell we leaders them with respect. Say, if you do wrong, tell and say, I do wrong, you do wrong, this is the way I feel it's not the right thing. When I sit down, when I compromise, always supposed forget compromise. If we do them, we succeed every time. Let we stop for good push people their way, will not get the same way of thinking. Now, Indian call community. A community is defined as different type of people. Okay, different type of people coming together. Different. It can be ideology. You can get criminals then you can get thief man then you can get millionaires then you can get poor people then you can get all type of people then that they come together and make up a community. And you as a leader, the best way where you go able for succeed for man the affairs of that community organization is when you tolerate them people then they all. It not mean say because somebody criticize you as a leader, not enemy. Probably that person will criticize you, not a best friend to you. Because sometimes somebody when they tell you say yes sir, anything when you do you say yes sir, probably it's not your friend. Because when it comes to a matter of judgment, you will not the leader, not the judge, not to the person where they tell you something at the back of what they call for make them satisfy you no more. So most time a good leader and somebody will actually be listening to in critique them more than the one the way they say yes sir. Because sometimes in critics them, then they see something we not see. So this now the continue. I want to thank Apc Corona for taking the opportunity for Carl for time for bring this party together. The moment you do that, me I support you 100%. At the end of the day, this is how we supposed to do. I thank you very much. May God bless we all. Bashiru, thank you very much again. And Izagi Ibu, I don't. So you believe the ideology of the Mungu politics? Yeah, I believe that. So I know say I don't get our campaign team, but we'll find a way how for deflect from them. Anyway, Bashiru, thank you very much, and everybody, thank you very much for kind of the program. We'll see you back next week, the same time, the same place. Good night.